Hello students, good day. In today's session we are going to learn about introduction to internet. We are already introduced to internet. In day-to-day life we are using internet for different purpose. To communicate with your friends, okay, you are using social media and you will be having touch in with your friends, and we are using internet to search information, to order food, to order some commercial things, and for ticket booking and using the net banking. So all these services available on the internet. So we are daily using the internet for different purpose. So here in this chapter we'll be seeing the technical terms related to internet. So what is exactly internet and different terminologies associated with internet, like what is www, what is a website, what is a web server, what is URL. So we are going to learn about this in this chapter. So let's see what is internet, what is the definition for internet. The internet is a global wide area network that connects computer systems across the world. So all the devices across the world are connected. Okay, so this is called network of network. Smaller networks together forms a bigger network. That bigger network is called WAN, wide area networks. So that is the internet. Okay, so this internet is composed of large number of smaller interconnected networks. Okay, so the main use of this internet is to share information and resources. We are sharing common information and resources like servers, computing devices, and then databases will be shared. So that is the resources. So next we are going to see how does this internet works. So when you are connecting to the internet, your device will be connected to your ISP. So you know ISP is the internet service provider. Right, so we have a different internet service provider, mobile internet service providers, and internet service providers. So these ISPs will be connected to the larger ISPs. So these larger ISPs, they own the optical fiber backbone. So to this backbone, all the other optical fiber cables will be connected around the world. So we are making the complete entire network. So in this way, your computer will be connected to the other computer on the internet. Right, so when you are transmitting information, your message will be transmitted to the ISP. From that ISP, it will locate the particular server and it sends information to the destination. So this is how the internet works. What is the history of internet? So in 1969, US Department of Defense started a project called ARPANET. So this is the first computer network. So they connected all the computers in their network. Right, so this is basically a defense system, and then the universities in the US are connected. Okay, so this is called ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agencies Network. This is the first network they developed. So later on in 1980s, National Science Foundation, they developed a network called NSFNet. Okay, so this is more efficient than the ARPANET. Then this NSFNet and ARPANET are interconnected. So this is how the internet formed. So when they connect two different networks, then that is the internet. So this is the first development of the internet. Later on, other smaller networks are connected to the internet and it becomes very large. That is what we are using now. So this is the stage of what is the internet. Okay, so let's see some of the advantages of internet. Access to information. So any information is very accessible on the click of the mouse. Okay, we can get any information, and it is a useful communication tool. So wherever we are, we can communicate to your friends and relatives. Okay, and it is an easy communication tool. It saves paper. So in normally we are using all the PDFs, right, e-documents. So it reduces the paper, and it is a best tool to advertise and conduct business. So online advertisement becomes very evident now. This is the best tool for online businesses and to conduct business, to develop our business. So let's see some disadvantages. So there are chances for cyber frauds. Okay, so your debit card number and personal information can be theft, and it is unsuitable and undesirable material available. So we cannot rely on the information which is available on the internet. So if you just search for a particular symptom, then you will be lead to some bigger issues, okay, bigger diseases. Okay, so it is not always reliable. The information available on the internet is not always reliable, and there will be chance for virus attacks. Okay, and messages are open to abuse by others. Your messages will be easily encrypted by others. They can steal information, they can misuse the information, and we are loss of social skills. We are always glued to the computer. We are not talking to our friends and relatives. Okay, it is a big loss of our social skills. So next one, we are going to see what is WWW. Very familiar term for you, right? So it is World Wide Web. It is a set of programs, standards and protocols governing the way in which multimedia files are created and displayed on the internet. Okay, so what is a multimedia file? So multimedia file has text information, images, videos, audio files. So all these information, all these files, all these different media are available. That is called multimedia file. So before the invention of WWW, there were only textual information. If you are searching for information, you can see only text. There are no many pictures or videos related to the information. So that will be boring, right? So after the invention of WWW, it becomes very popular because of this multimedia files. Okay, so this WWW was proposed between 1989 to 1991 by Tim Berners-Lee. He is the inventor of World Wide Web. Normally we call it as web. Okay, so how does the web functions? So here you can see we are clients. So our machine is a client. In our machine we have the browser. Okay, so there are so many browsers, Chrome, and then we have Firefox, Internet Explorer. So we can use any browser. So using the browser, we are typing some URL. So for example, if you are typing www.velankani.org, right? So this is called URL. So this, when you type this URL and you press the enter, you are requesting this particular resource from the internet, from the web server. The server name is called velankani.org. So that server will be located. Okay, the server is available on the internet. So when you are requesting some service, the server fetches the particular information and sends the response back to the client. Okay, so that particular page will be retrieved from the server and that will be sent to the client. So this browser knows how to display the information. Okay, so that will display the particular content in our system. So this is how the WWW works. Okay, let's see the history of WWW. In 1989, Tim Berners-Lee, he was working for CERN. Okay, this is the research organization. So he was working for CERN, and where he developed this distributed information system. So this is for researchers. The researchers have a huge amount of information. To share the information among themselves, they created first WWW in 1989. So in 1990, the world's first website goes live at info.cern.ch. This is the first website developed. In 1999, the World Wide Web is launched publicly as Berners-Lee publishes details of the project on the internet. So first he publishes the internet publicly, right? So in 1993, CERN releases the source code and announces it will be free of cost. So they announced this as a free software, and also releases the basic browser. So this browser is needed to display the content, right? So this is the history of WWW. Later on, this WWW becomes the larger part. Now everything is available on the web, right? So what is the difference between WWW and internet? So these terms are not same. Internet is different from WWW. So internet is the basic connection of network, how these devices are connected. So that is called internet. So WWW is one of the services offered on the internet. Okay, so on the internet there are so many services available. One such service is called World Wide Web. Other than that, we have email, FTP, VoIP, chat. So all other services are there, but this WWW occupies more space on the internet. This is the bigger part, larger part on the internet. Okay, so apart from this one, we have email. We can send and receive email over internet. We can file transfer, and then we can use voice over. We can use the conference, video conferencing, and voice transaction on the internet. We can use the chat and instant messages we can pass. Then we can connect to the system directly, and we can use the Telnet stands for remote login. So all these services are available on the internet apart from the World Wide Web. But this is the bigger part, right? So we have a Quora and Stack Overflow. These are all the forums. Forums also available on the internet. So these forums, they will help you in your difficult times. So if you ask some questions on the forum, you will get the answer, right? And there are discussion groups, Usenet, News Service, news groups. All the discussion groups are there. You can comment, you can share your ideas there. Okay, so these are all the services available on the internet, right? So this is the difference between www and internet. www is one of the services available on the internet. This is basically made up of websites. It displays the websites. Okay, right. So that's all about today's class. Thank you. In next class we'll be seeing about what is URL and what is web server, all those things. Thank you.